That was all I have. I appreciate it so much. I really appreciate it, Elite Pace. Thank you, Elite Pace. Wow, I'm sorry, I can't say your name. I'm screwing it up. In real life, of course. Yeah, 8 hours of plowing in real life. Your neck must be like that. I mean, must have been sitting like that for a long time. But it's nice to come back in and relax a little bit with some Farming Simulator. Right, let's get this tractor. I'm thinking about setting up some... Richard, thank you so much for that follow. Thank you. And it appears as though I found another bug. While using GPS and baling with the auto unload script, the tractor doesn't stop immediately with the GPS active. It stops immediately with GPS off. God damn it. So weird. No, it's not cramped. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So you wind up leaving a little bit of the windrow? Yeah, you would do that, I can imagine. Richard, I remember back when I was, well, that's many years ago, but I loved going out ploughing. Ploughing was one of the things I really loved about being out in the field. And back then, that was before you actually could turn the seat and anything like that. So you had to sit like this for a long, long time. So ploughing back in those days, you came back with a sore neck. You have a busy week now. You guys are getting ready for planting some winter seed, I suppose. Let's get ready for the canola. The canola we need to sell tomorrow, actually. How are we doing on the animals? I'm thinking a little bit if we should go into the cow stable. So we got these male. They're still too young. Still too young. We'll get to them. This one is ready. We just need to wait for next day. We could go fill this one up again. Yes, we're planning to seed in the winter. Yeah, I can imagine. You're going to be busy here in the fall then, Richard, huh? That's pretty cool. That's so nice. Wow, that was a nice reversing, huh? I'm terrible at that, apparently. You know what would have been an absolute awesome mod? If you could build your own cattle pasture with a fence line? Yes. Yes, it would be awesome. So, here's the thing I don't understand. In BGO, you might remember this, actually, but I think it was in 13, so Farming Simulator 13. When you were building animal pens and navigation mesh for the animal pens, you could paint it. So you could use a paintbrush inside the Giants editor to paint the navigation mesh. And it would work pretty well. Not pretty well, it would work really, really well. Today, you can't do that. You lay down like small squares and then you run a script inside the Giants editor that builds the navigation mesh. Depends on depending on those small squares, so you can't paint the navigation mesh anymore. Why did they change that? I mean, it was so much easier. So building this navigation mesh for the cows here was a nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare. Not only was it not square, it was also going up and down. So I had to rebuild that a ton of time for the cows not to go through the ground or float in midair. Had we been able to use the old, just painted, that would have been fine. So, if they brought that back, the mod that you requested, Mufasa, would be possible. I mean, that would just make a mod that would paint a navigation mesh. That'd be fine. But no, we have to make it difficult for all of us. Wow, this is really Lifelike weather, huh? Right. I had something I wanted to do. Where is it? There we go. Oh, you still have to harvest corn. Whereabouts are you from, Richard? That would be so cool because there are so many of these 4x map with large pastures that wind up just being mown down. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And it would be amazing if you could just say, draw a line, kind of like when you set up an outer boundary for a field using Courseplay. So if you could kind of like drive around saying within this line, build a navigation mesh. You're from Norway. Oh shit. Are you oops. Are you drowning up there? Like we've been in Denmark for the past couple of days. I take it if you still need to do your corn, still need to harvest about 250 hectares of corn, I reckon it's going to be wet as hell. I don't know, but I think it's still possible. Is it? I couldn't get it to work, neither in 17 or 19. No matter what I tried, it didn't work. I suppose someone had made a script for it then. So this is going to be wasted work, doesn't matter. We're still going to do it. Kill the sign, kill a pedestrian, that's fine. And you have school as well. Oh shit, dude, you're going to be busy, huh? You're going to be really, really busy. Well, it's a good thing you can help out on the farm. I bet your parents are really, really happy about that. So field number 30, we're going to go for 4 headlands. And we're going to start on the up and down roads. The map you're playing on looks like my home. Oh, really? How's the alfalfa? I think the alfalfa is... we'll have a look at it in just a second. Elite place, that's... hey, sorry, I keep messing up your name. I'm sorry about that. I'm just an idiot. That sounds interesting. It's pure fantasy. I've taken the map from 17 and it looked like this, really. But it's pretty cool that it looks a bit like your home. I like that. Thanks, dude. The other day I came to school in my tractor because I had a plow. I had to plow a field nearby. I like it. I like it. I guess you were a little bit popular there. People wanted to go out and see the tractor, I suppose. Start at first waypoint. Let's have a look at the alfalfa. See how it's going over here. It's still growing. Still growing, but it must be on one of the last growth state, I suppose. I mean, the good thing about the alfalfa not following the other crop in seasons is that once it's ready for harvest, we can mow it down and we can instantly dry it. Right, here we go. I was ploughing with the Fendt 924. Wow, that's a nice tractor. That is a nice tractor. It's just on... No, it's second to last growth state, so we're not going to be able to get it this time around. I just remembered the... Yeah, BGO, you were right. I forgot about that. So, all of the fields needs ploughing and all of the fields need slime. So this is going to be the result with the new save game. Fuck's sake, I forgot to change that. Oh god, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's all about good. Yeah. I have a 936 was taken for trailer in corn. Alright. What's he doing over here? Has he just stopped? Well, we don't have any errors. Why is he stopped here? Hello? What's he doing? That was odd. Is he gonna go for the headlands now? He is. He's doing the headlands. Alright. That's fine. Go for it. Do what you want to do. You do you. You updated the map to version 1009. I did update the cultivator density. So the cultivator density file, cultivator density.gdm, is what determines the state of the field. So you can see all of the fields right now needs plowing, because the cultivator density from the 1.0.0.9 version had all of the fields that needed plowing, and I took that cultivator density and put it into my save game, and I forgot to revert it. Doesn't matter, it's fine. This is gonna be happening either way when we update to the next state, so it's fine. I was just being an idiot. No news in that. No news in that. When all of my friends want to go with me plowing after school, well, only take girls for the band. That's pretty cool. Here we go. So the question is, where do we want to sell them tomorrow? So 1244, 1218, 1219. So Beaver Grain seems to be the place we want to go right now. How much do we actually have? We got 356,000 liters of wheat. Quite a lot of barley as well. Oh, canola, there we go. 217,000. Now we can sell all of it. We don't need any canola this year. We will plant a lot for next year. So next year we're going to go back to having some pigs, I suppose. I think, maybe. You have some wheat to sell? I have a lot. We're going to be... the majority of our income this year will be from selling the year's harvest. We're going to be selling pretty much all of the grain. And next year we're going to go... we're going to keep the grain for the pigs. 217 tons of canola. It's going to be a nice payday. It is. It's going to be nice. But we're going to have to wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the highest price the entire year, at least according to this. I suppose that goes for wheat as well. No, the wheat we're gonna have to wait until winter. How about barley? Same as wheat. But we're going into a time of nice income, which we need to pay off the loan. Another thing that we might want to have a look at is... No. 68,000 for this one. So it's 32,000 liters, which is what we're going to need. When updated to next version, can you make the trigger for the workshop bigger to be out the door? I can, Isa. I'm going to write it down. I can. Yeah, I actually thought about that earlier on. If you have larger equipment, you can't actually get into the workshop trigger. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna definitely do something about that. I sold 4,200 ton of corn this year, but I have a lot more to sell. Nice. That's sad. Which one? Sorry. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that you can't read the workshop trigger. Yeah, you're right. It is. Let's get this one. We are going to need a truck for it as well. But right now, I'm going to go for a dolly. So we don't need the truck. Just right now, but we're going to get a truck eventually. And this one can go on a milk run. Change main color. Too late. Too late. You don't like the main color of it? Let's go get some proper wheels on this tractor again. A truck costs lots of money. It does, yeah. It really does. Well, judging by the forecasting game, it rains 7 out of 9 days in summer, and it's not going to snow during all winter. Oh damn, Mufasa, you're not having the best of luck there, are you? Let's repair it while we're here, and put some proper wheel on it. White tires plus weight. Can we go for normal plus weight? That's 200. That's fine. We're back having a nice tractor. Actually, let's refill it while we're here anyway. Oh, we're probably going to have to look at getting some more fuel at some point as well. How much do we have left in this one? 3,300 litres? That's fine. That was a fast installation? Yeah. We've got some good guys working on the farm. Don't forget the trigger for the heating plant. Oh yeah, you're right. Shit, I forgot about that last time. You're right, Peter. So, an old guy like me, I actually have to write things down. Jesus Christ. It's terrible, isn't it? Go to the shop. And pick up a trailer and a dolly. Does the tanker on map do fuel and milk? No, it doesn't. I actually need to buy a very specific fuel bowser for this one, a fuel tanker for this to work. So I can show you that, by the way. I think that must be in MISC. Yeah. So, oh shit! I should have bought that one. That does take fuel. Oh, fuck's sake. They're inside there. Inside MISC, they work with the trigger for the fuel thing. The thing back at the farm. The fuel, you know. Yeah, I should have thought about that. I played FS19 in my harvester yesterday. Oh, really? So you had autopilot going, I suppose, and just fired up a laptop. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. Honestly, I do. I think that's pretty cool. That sounds like a good idea, Elite. It's a good game, isn't it? It's just a nice game to have running. You can just do a lot of stuff. Oh, look at reflection of milk tanker? Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it. What was it the other day? I was trying something out and the reflection of the milk tanker is terrible. I mean, it's pretty cool that they tried to make a reflection, but nah. I'm not really sure where that is from. It's definitely not from here. Okay, now we've got a milk tanker, we've got a lot of stuff inside the silo to sell. We're gonna be really, really good this year. It's Ravenport. Oh, is it? Base map, hence why I said different color. Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna be fine. Great demand at campsite. What do they want? If they want milk, we got a lot of milk to sell them. We've got so much milk, but we need to wait a little bit with selling it. So we want to have the price as high as we can possibly get. And then we got more than 200,000 liters of milk to sell. Oh, it's going to be nice. It's going to be really nice. We're going to get some money back into the bank. And we do need to pay out that loan. But possibly throughout the winter we can earn enough to actually buy another field for next year. That would be pretty cool. I like that. Do you have any animals on the farm? I do, yeah. We've got about 100 cows and we got about 250 sheep. 260 sheep or something like that. Something in that range. So yeah, we do have a lot of animals. Cutting trees. It would make us a lot of money. A lot of missions would make us money as well. That's for sure. I wonder about these winter mission that we can do. What we can do there. Right, let's throw this one off here. That should be fine. Just need to remember to not crash into it when we're driving other tractors, but that should be fine right there. And I was thinking about something. Yeah, we possibly want to go down here and equip the lime spreader, seeing as we're going to have to do that all over again. How are we doing out here? He's skipping the entire center of the field. Oh well. It's fine. Yeah, cows. We do have a lot of them. We have 95 cows right now. The majority of them are older cows. They should be, so we're feeding up all of the male and gonna sell them. 3 streams plowing now, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. 225 sheep. That's the number, I'm sorry. So yeah, what we were talking about with the multi-terrain angle is these angles you can see here when the plow is turning. So on this map currently we have 32 of them, so the soil can be faced in 32 different angles. And BGO has made it so that the soil can now be faced in 128 different angles, so it looks a lot more realistic. At least that's the idea. And it does look good. Now plowing is always one of those that doesn't really look that good, but today me and my friend harvested 10 fields in FS19. I spent 10 hours in that. It is one of those games that it takes time away, doesn't it? It just takes a lot of time away from you. But it's nice. You can just turn off your brain and relax and just play the game. It's actually really nice. What are we doing in here? We should start getting some wool pretty soon. So we got 1,000 liters there, and we got 237, 70, whatever. We had something there. So thing I really would like for Realimist modding to do is fix the so you can see here there are patches that has normal grass in it that is cut down a little bit, and this is not being cut at all. Okay, it's just floating in air. Yeah. Plowing in real life should only be 2 direction. How about seeding? How about cultivating? How about everything else except plowing? So yeah, what you can see here is that some of the grass is shorter than the other one. So this is because of the area that is used for grazing within a pen. And as you can see, it has to be 100% square. And that sucks massively. It really sucks because I can't fill out the entire pen. Now all of this is not being used for grazing. It's not too bad on this particular pen. But if we go up to the cows, so the cows is a lot worse. Oops. Take a look at this. So this area here is being used for grazing. This area here is being used for grazing. And this area here is being used for grazing. That's it. That's it. So there's an entire section over here that is not being used for grazing at all. So so theoretically, this pen could support a lot more animals than it does right now for grazing. But because the way that the grazing work, I can't do anything about it. You're right, plowing will only be done in a straight line. You're absolutely right. However, one thing is theory, another is reality. I understand what you say. I do. Right, let's speed up time and let's go sleep ASAP so we can start selling some grain. Got a lot of canola to sell tomorrow. So we just want to go sleep. In real life it's pretty boring. I actually like it. I love plowing. I really do. What time was it? So it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Right, if we sleep 15 hours, because we can. Winter is falling, animal needs more care, the ground will be frozen and you cannot work your field. It's time for forestry and plowing. Snow. Alright. So it's 9:30. Well, 8:30 in the morning. I know 9:30 is something else. I like harvesting more than plowing. Yeah, well, honestly, so do I. But I don't mind plowing at all. This one is gonna have to go sell some canola. And he's gonna sell canola at, where is it? There we go. The Bay of our grain. So let's go into the pick up and deliver. And let's go for canola, and he's gonna load at the Eiersholt silo hall load and Bay Bar grain. If we can find it, sell points. That was buy points, sell points. Here we go. Bay Bar grain. Cultivating and seeding still should allow like curves. The advantage in the higher angles is that the angles always refer to the ground grid, which is always assigned straight. That's true, yeah. Alright, let's set him to do, how much do we have? We have 40,000 liters. So if we set him to do 8 loads, that should be fine. Set him to do 5 loads. Here we go. There we go. He's off, doing his thing. In Norway, where I live, it's there's no place to sell weed. Weed and that, but we can sell it to other people. All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, just gonna go for 5 loads, 5 rounds to begin with. That should bring in a lot of money. How are we doing here? It's fine. How are we doing with the animals? The sheep need some food. So does the cows. I sold almost 6,000 bushels of wheat yesterday in my game. That must have brought in a lot of money. It's always nice, isn't it? Always really nice when you can start getting some money. This is so nice. Just park a tractor in here. Of course today got a hire man for me. You're not having the best of luck there, Mufasa. Really? Both rain and pricing are against you. About 85,000. Yeah, it's so nice. I'm pretty sure we're going to make a lot of money out of this canola as well right now. I mean, we could sell all of it. We could actually just continue until the silo is empty. I'm just going to make him go 5 rounds here and see how it goes. Rip. Still have about 5k bushels of wheat left, so we're still okay. It's always nice to have a little bit left, isn't it? Just to have it just a bit in store, just because. This tractor is so underpowered for this. So we got 42,667 right now. Let's see how much we get from one load. That should take us up quite a bit. By FS21 you might get somewhere. Yeah, maybe. I can definitely hear, Rebellious, you're not the optimist about my performance here. It's fine though, I don't mind. I think we're doing good. I don't think we're doing bad. I'm kind of thinking about what field to get next time, because we do need another field. So I was watching a map preview the other day of Nebraska. Oh shit. The map has grain bin with custom scripts to not allow any other grain type in them, and they have to be loaded with an auger. Been waiting on that to be implemented. That sounds pretty cool, Mufasa. When the field is not painted in that rectangular way, referring to, oh boy, need to pay attention, referring to that grid, the plowing lines, etc., will follow nevertheless the grid. With standard, you got 0, 45, 90, and 135 degrees, which it will follow then. Yeah, it does. It's only 4 different angles they will face. Oh, sorry, Rebellious. I thought it was you were referring to me. So if you put that wheat in it, you can put any other type of grain until the wheat is empty. You can't put any other type of grain until the wheat is empty. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Is it a map of Stavanger in Norway? No, it's actually from a German modder. So I think it's supposed to be in the northern part of Germany-ish. It's inspired by the northern part of Germany. Not 100% sure where, because it is just a fictive map. There are grain stores like that on MudHub that has 6 different fill silos. Wow. I can't speak today. What the hell is going on with me? It's ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna have to transport some bales up here. All of a sudden, I just realized. It's fine. 54,000 in income from that one. That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Actually, we don't need to bring bales up here. We can just... Whoa. We can just take them with us when we drive. It's a lot of work to do on a farm. It is, yeah. Fuck's sake, I'm reading chat. Oh no. I might have screwed up a little bit. Come on. Yeah, so I might have screwed up a little bit. Rest in peace, definitely. Yes. Right, I know where it is now. I'm telling you, that force rollover mod, I should probably get that. So 50,000 per load. Alright, let's just go for it. Let's just... Let's go like this. Until empty. Go for it. First waypoint. Let's set him off again and see if he can actually do it right this time. I'm screwing up a lot today. I feel like I'm screwing up a lot. I think my head is not completely in it. That's fine. And the map definitely looks different with all the leaves of the trees. Huh? It looks pretty cool. I do like it. The force rollover mod, I'm gonna have to go for it, Mufasa. I'm gonna have to get that one. For sure. That's just the way Farmer Life is, yeah. Let's see what he does here. Why did he stop here last time? He does that again. So, what's going on with the course? Is it because he doesn't know? He don't know where to go? I think that might be it. Right, so if we take over, next closest waypoint. So the next one he want to go for is this one up here. Right, so if we send him off around here somewhere. It's really weird that he just stopped. They don't normally do that. I've not seen that for a while. Right, let's see what he does then. So hopefully he knows what to do. What is that growing there? What's going on here? Why is he having so much issues with the with this course? What the hell is he doing? Is that the one with the global company script in it? The tractor? Oh wait, no, you were talking to Rebellion, sorry. Do not trust workers in FS19. It normally goes pretty well. Right, so what is he doing? Turn in circle. Could we? What if we skip a lane? Bypass field edges is deactivated. You don't have any offset. Turning on field is activated. They're never working for me. No, it's not going too well. I have to be honest. So what if we skip 2 rows? And actually, you know what? Let's redo this course. Something is not going as we want it to. Normally Elite Pace, I seem to have it working pretty well, but I have to be honest, this time around it's not really going that well. Whoa. Right, course generation from where we park. We want field 30. We want headlands, so let's go for that as well. That seems fine. Everything here seems to be working, seems to be as it should be. So if we generate the course, yeah, I have them up. What I'm talking about on the Nebraska map are grain bins like what you can purchase from this set, but there isn't any grate to dump grain in. They have to be filled with an auger. This is exactly how I grew up on my dad's farm. That sounds pretty cool, though. Replace fence to get another broken fence? You know what? It does seem like it, but these things are impossible to know in advance. Let's try it again and see what he does. Maybe the cosplay doesn't like this plow. It did last time. Last time around there was no issues with it at all. Legendary instead. Yeah. We had 2 4-old grain bins with a grain pit. Then we had 2 newer, bigger grain bins that needed an auger. Do you have any pictures, Professor? Do you have any? I would love to see it. That would be pretty cool to see what you have been growing up. How your dad farmed, how that looked. Let's see how this works. Maybe this works better. Who knows? So he's saying that it will take him an hour and 5 minutes to complete the field, but that's only true if he actually knows what he's doing, if he can continue on. Right, so far so good. Should we, meanwhile, while we do this, I'm not sure if I could find any. We were forced to move. Owner of the land died and his son sold the farm. My dad was a cash crop farm. Alright, okay. Well, it would have been fun to see. Let's repay 50,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Just because we can. So we're gonna repay that loan now. Right, now it seems to work. So maybe it was just because the turning circle was too sharp. Huh. It was pretty shitty too, because my dad was the third generation to farm that land. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. These things, it sucks when it happens. I mean, yeah. It really sucks when stuff like that happens. I have to be honest, it does. Let's see what happens when he gets down here then. Rebar the plan? Yeah. Well, currently it seems to be going okay. I think it might just have been too sharp turning circle for this tractor to cope with. It's just weird that it didn't give us any errors in that one. It just stopped. That's odd. Right, he's fine. He's doing fine. Oh, would you look at that? Someone parked a telehandler for us down here. How nice of them. But you know what's really nice? Resetting an equipment right now doesn't actually reset the dirt on it or anything. So it's very important because we're not allowed to actually clean this telehandler. This telehandler has to be dirty at all time. I repaired the plow. Oh, sorry. Was that completely broken? I didn't even notice that. I'm not really taking that good care of my equipment there. It's so typical me. Don't really care about maintenance. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Buy a new. Another 54,000 in income, so we've got another 50,000 we can put into the bank. But that'll be 100,000 straight away just there. I just Googled Earth my dad old farm. It's completely different. Yeah. So I moved away from my childhood home at the age of 15, I think it was. And I hadn't been back for, must have been like 20 years. And I went back there and damn, things changed. They tore down the buildings and sheds. Only thing that's the same is the pond my grandpa dug. Oh, dude. Yeah. Pretty much the same in my childhood place. Everything was different as well. Building had been torn down and trees had been cut down and all of that. I guess these things happen. It's a bit sad though to see. Newer stuff is more efficient. I know. And I was actually marking myself there. I was taking the piss of myself. So wasn't it? No. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess the machine shed is still there, but the old garage, the old cow barn, the grain bins, the crib, all gone. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It really does. Look at that! We're actually paying off a loan now. We're down to 300,000 in loan. Should we feed the cows? There we go. That was easy. So the plow is... It's only at 20%. It's going to be fine. It's interesting that skipping lanes make this work. That is actually really interesting. It's actually pretty cool though. Looking at an aerial view of the old farm ground. Now that I play FS19 and instead at PDA so much, if you feel like you know exactly what to do now. Oh, that field, if I just plow that one, and if they take care of these trees there, you can combine those two fields and all that. How are we doing on the alfalfa? I can see it though. I can see it for me. That should be on one of the final growth state. Pretty much, yeah. It would actually make a pretty good map. Have you ever heard of the Cornbelt in America? Yeah, I have, yeah. It would be interesting to have that as a map. So the county that I'm from, they used to call it the buckle of the Cornbelt. Oh, so right in the center of the Cornbelt, I suppose. It's pretty nice. Must have been like ideal condition for corn then. Absolutely ideal. Oxford and David's map are all actual PDAs. Some of his farms a little different, but they're pretty close. Yeah, he's doing a brilliant job. That's got to be said. He's definitely doing a good job there. Well, this is doing a good job as well. We're doing fine today. I'm so curious what was wrong with this guy, but it seems to be going just fine now. Cool. Should we possibly, let's go for it. Let's just put these into the TMR mixer. All of these bales so we can get them out of the way. Don't really need to look at them anymore. Cornbelt, traditional area in the Midwestern Union state, roughly covering western Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, eastern Nebraska, and eastern Kansas, in which corn or maize and soybeans are the dominant crops. Soils are deep, fertile, and rich in organic material and nitrogen, and the land is relatively level. The warm nights, hot days, and well-distributed rainfall of the region during the growing season are ideal conditions for raising corn. Damn. Holy shit. Well, I have seen some videos. I mean, that is pretty much ideal, yeah. I think one of his maps won 4K. Some mud contest map. Alright. Let's change this one. There we go. So there you go. Yeah. Would be a very flat map. Yeah, possibly, yes. Possibly. That wouldn't matter as long as the map is well made. A flat map doesn't necessarily need to be boring. I have to say most of them that I've seen so far have been kind of boring when we're talking about flat maps. But it doesn't have to be that way. All of those bales. Got so much goddamn straw. But it's fine. It's fine. Oh. So how do you guys like the new bale trigger on the TMR mixer? Yeah, it's not going to have a lot of elevation, but you can make it rolling, which is more like the fields I grew up. And there's also creeks and wooded area in the county as well. Area that had great deer hunting because of all the corn. Oh yeah. I suppose you can make it look really, really pretty. Like you say, with rolling hills and all of that. Could be pretty cool. It's great. Oh, that's good to hear, Isa. Yeah, I'm actually really liking it as well. It was a needed change, wasn't it? It does look a little bit weird when you unload here. The bales are just dropping down and disappearing. We're getting skilled in working with these bales now. Yeah, it's going well. I mean, it's not like we really need it. We got 272,000 liters of TMR here, just waiting to be used. That's fine. With all the bales we've got in there, and all the bales we've got up here, why not use them? Might as well. Did you extend the trigger? Yeah, I did. A lot, actually. Quite a lot, as a matter of fact. It felt really stupid when you have to make a large amount of TMR that you have to use the bale pusher. Oh shit, that was the wrong fucking button. Alright, okay. Never mind. So I'm on my pasture, 2 days left of mowing before the season was done. And it hasn't dried at all in 2 days. Oh, fuck's sake. You're so not having the best of luck there, Mufasa. Jesus Christ. You really are in bad standing with the luck god, huh? That sucks. I think this might be a seasons thing though. So it's just not drying out at all. So it turned out I had to TED it. I was not aware of that, but after TEDing, it did start to dry. Should we try this again without actually screwing it up this time? There we go. I wonder if semi-dry grass just won't turn into hay in winter months. Probably not. So it probably has something to do with the drying potential. Oh, it has, I suppose. So if the drying potential is not there, it's not going to dry out. I reckon. That was as smart as I could come up. Yep, it's all 0. Yeah, you're pretty much screwed there, I think. Or, well, you are. But what you could do is you could collect it all, put it into the grass dryer. So my first cut during summer, I've got to turn it all into hay, and this cut will be grass. Wow.